Just tell them I want to treat my seed, I want to dress my seed, and they will tell you which one to use, and then you mix the chemicals together, even with the seeds. And my seeds and chemicals they mix one pack of that. Then after that you mix it, that allow them to spread completely to prevent it from sticking together. Are we on track? From where? From mixing of okay. Let's say you have your maize. Let's just say use maize for an example. Probably after you have harvested and you want to treat the seed, seed maybe it's 1 Congo, maybe it's a bag, seed and you have gone to ask for the chemical you want to use. You want to fill in chemical. Tell them the quantity of. They will tell you the quantity, the ratio of the chemical to the seeds. So then you mix it together and mix it together. Whenever you are mixing, make sure you are wearing a hand glove and a nose mask. So mix it together properly. Then you spread it evenly so that it will not be sticking together. Put birds here. Eh? Am I clear? Okay. So where are we now? Biological. By it's a plant. Just like we have, for example, do you all know me? Don't go there. And when you just get the plant, that particular plant, you extract water, yes, but mix it with that's biological treatment. So you don't want to use chemicals. Are we good to go? No. No. Eh? What did you say? I should go. So this is an example of the seeds. That's the place that has been treated. So then you store your seeds in a cool place. After you have treated it, store it and then store it in a cool place. And I've said it before that you should always follow the manufacturer's instructions, whatever they say you should do. Sometimes they will say, add this to amount, but I will pay keeping it about the share because they want to tell 1 mil, I tell 1 gram, grams, so you don't need it. They already know what you are supposed to use. If you are using overdose, they are just wasting your chemical and wasting your money. So always follow their instructions. Are we good to go? So what are the benefits of treating our seeds? Okay. To do what? Germination rates, okay. From pests and diseases. Are we good to go? Yeah. Do you have any other questions? What can we use to treat our seeds? And then we can also mix the two of them together. Then we can, when you get to, then it is important for you to also color so that you're sure that your seeds are treated. So now we are going to seed spacing. Spacing for our seed crops. We said we have maize, we have rice. What else do we say we have? We have wheat, sorghum, millets. Let's talk about some of them, the spacing for them. Because we are going to go to the field and we should know how to space our crops So for example, if you have maize, how do you space your crops, your maize on the field when you are planting? So we have row spacing and we have plant to plant spacing. The row spacing is the row from one row to another row. Then the plant to plant is from one plant to another plant. So when you are planting your maize, you have a row like this. This is row 1, this is row 2. Then you have your plant. One plant here, one plant here. So the spacing between this row and this row of your maize should be between 60 centimeter to 90 centimeter. You can decide to pick any one that's convenient for you. Some people do 75 centimeter to 25 centimeter. So whichever suits you, you can take it within this range. So from row spacing, we have 60 centimeter to 90 centimeter. Then for plant to plant, we have 20 centimeter to 25. That's a mistake. 20 centimeter to 30 centimeter. For our maize, it's not 20 to 20, 20 to 30. Did you get it? 20 to 30.
20 to 30.
20 to 30 centimeter. That's between one plant to another plant. Do you get it? Shall I get there? One plant to another plant. One, this is row 2, this is row 3. So this row, in this row, we have our maize, our corn lined up like this. So from one plant to another plant, right? That's 20 to 30. So you can try to take 20 and take 25, you can take 30. Are we on track? So this order from this row to this row of maize, we have 20 centimeter to 90 centimeter. Do we get this? I'm going to take that again. We have a row of maize. Another row like this. Yes. Yes. Even some people do transplant maize. At what stage? Maybe by the time it's for 1 month after transplanting, 4 weeks after transplanting, 3 to 4 weeks after transplanting. After planting, you transplant. So that's, I'm going to say that again, our row. Do you understand row to row and plant to plant? So I should go on. Everybody. So for rice, we said our row spacing is 20 to 25, and our plant to plant is 15 to 20. That is when you are transplanting your rice. Then your direct seed, when you are planting directly and you want it to be there, that's row spacing is 20 centimeter to 30 centimeter. Plant to plant is 10 centimeter to 15 centimeter. So that means if you are transplanting, you have made your seed to go through nursery stage. Then after nursery stage, you go directly to the main fields. For sorghum, our row spacing is 45 centimeter to 75 centimeter. Plant to plant is 15 centimeter to 30 centimeter. For sorghum. Then for millets, we have row spacing that's between one row to another row. We have 30 centimeter to 45 centimeter. Plant to plant, 10 centimeter to 30 centimeter. Sorry. You are ready, just tell me so I can. You are ready? Are you ready? So we talk about sorghum and millets. Have we talked about wheat? Okay, so for wheat, that's one of, I don't think that's on screen, so yes, okay. So for wheat, we have row spacing You can write it down. For width. Hello, one house. For width, we have row spacing 15 centimeter to 25 centimeter. Then plant to plant, we have 2 centimeter to 5 centimeter. 2 to 5. 2 to 5. So you can take any of 2 centimeters. For width, I said row spacing. Row spacing from one row to another row. Yes, 15 to 25. Then plant to plant, you take 2 to 5 centimeters. So if you are going to go to the nursery, you can either plant in a seed tray or you plant on the soil directly. When you are planting in a seed tray or when you are going to the nursery, it is very important for you to sterilize your soil. To sterilize your soil. Why do we sterilize our soil? Yes, we want to tell you. Why do we sterilize our soil? Okay, to remove germs. Okay. Why do we sterilize our soil? If you are going to the nursery, want to plant maybe our rice. I've said some people used to transplant their maize also. You want to go to the nursery, you want to first go sow in the nursery. So why do you have to sterilize your soil? Someone said to remove germs. Okay. Yes, to kill pests and diseases. To kill weed seeds. Of the what? Explain it.
Tí a bá ṣe yẹ̀pẹ̀ wa dáadáa láti fún ní bóyá treatment, ó lè mú kí disease ó affect seed yẹn tó bá fẹ́ grow. So kò ní jẹ́ kó ráyè grow, but tá bá ti treat ẹ̀ á fún ní agbára láti grow ní time.
So á pa kòkòrò, á pa àwọn àìsàn tó wà níbẹ̀. There are all seeds tó jẹ́ pé bí a bí weed, á pa gbogbo wọn. To prevent nutrient imbalance. Explain.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You may have good reasons. Let me help you. Actually, it's not a very serious reason. But at the same time, by the time you are hitting your soil, some nutrients in the soil are highly volatile. They can easily escape. And when they escape, those ones are no more in the soil. It could also cause some nutrient imbalance. But it's not a new, very serious reason. But it can occur. Thank you.
So after we have sterilized our soil, we allow the soil to cool down before planting. Whatever you want to plant, whether it's cereal crop, whether it's vegetable crop, whatever crops you want to plant, allow your soil to cool down. Then you plant. They have said you can plant. Then you are saying, what if I don't want to plant in the nursery? What if I want to plant directly on the field? As in shade, so that when my seedlings will be under, I'll still be on the soil. How do I sterilize the soil? Who wants to answer that? Okay. So bá jẹ́ pé a fẹ́ fi sínú tray àti ṣe ìyẹ̀pẹ̀ wa. Àjẹkò tutù, àgùsùn àwọn trays rẹ̀, àní oríṣiríṣi trays tàbí. Bọ̀tẹ́ máa wò pé bí o fẹ́ ṣe wàhálà ra tray, ọ̀bí nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ gbé nǹkan mi rẹ̀ fẹ́ lọ́wọ́ láti ra tray, ẹ yẹ kí n lo ilẹ̀. Wọ́n sọ yẹn, ẹ kó àwọn ìdọ̀tí, àwọn igi ìdọ̀tí kan, àwọn ewé, àwọn igi ẹ kó sórí oko, àwọn àgbẹ̀ náà máa ń ṣe, wọ́n á dáná sun. wọ́n ti dáná sùn yẹn dáadáa gbogbo àwọn kòkòrò tó bá ń bẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn oríṣi yẹn àwọn oríṣi yẹn tó pé wọ́n máa ti pa wọ́n ó ní kò jẹ́ kí throughout tó bá yẹ pé ẹ bá ṣe dáadáa throughout 1 week in the nursery kò ní sí koríko kankan tó máa jáde tá a bá sì ẹ̀pẹ́ yín dáadáa tẹ́ ẹ sí dáadáa throughout ẹ fi máa lo 1 week in the nursery koríko kankan ò ní ti stop plant wa do you get that? So if you want to go to the nurse, you want to use to sterilize your soil. You want to go direct to the soil, sterilize your soil also. Okay. So you want to sterilize your soil. And go first every year first. Any pot. It depends on the quantity you want to do. If it's small quantity, yes, a pot. If it's a large quantity, when our jobs come and get in the gym. Wọ́n ti dà wọ́n drums tó máa fi pọ̀ ní ẹ̀ láti gé wọn sí méjì ara dáná síbẹ̀ pẹ́pẹ́ ṣe ẹ̀fẹ́ ṣe pàtí bọ̀ à ní ṣe rice a máa sí yẹ̀pẹ̀ a lè jẹ́ kómi pọ̀ ó máa moist omi máa wà bẹ́ẹ̀ kó kómi máa wá sí dáadáa àkónámọ dáadáa pẹ́pẹ́ tó máa fi tó báyà bẹ́ẹ̀ àkó iṣu sínú ẹ̀ iṣu wa yẹn ti gbúdọ̀ jìnnà dáadáa. It depends on that hours in the shower because it depends on the batch of product that. But it's about putting that to do go to back to 3 hours. There, you know, there, promote no e for that by 3 hours to stop. Hello, pastor. Huh? Using chemical inside. Because of our environment, because all the chemicals are coming back to us. So, why waste your money on chemicals? Because you are science in the chemical. And that one is not going to affect chemicals. And that chemicals, the long run effect is going to affect your body. So advise that sometimes they don't just go organic instead of chemicals all the time. Okay, so do you have any questions? So we are so after our soil, that is the top, then we can now go ahead to go and plant. Now make sure that when you are planting, your soil is cold. So you can now go and plant. Provided whatever we are planting, most of those things, these tomatoes, sometimes 2 to 3 weeks in the nursery, you are good to go to the field. But note that when you want to go to the nursery, by the time you are in the nursery, touching your plant, make sure that your field, you are preparing your field already. Because you want to go through plowing, harrowing, it takes time. So to not be that, but you see the meat where you see the meat where that means our seed will grow. So we should take that into, we should take note of that. So do you have any question?
In the situation that I want to do my nursery near the
to do what? To sterilize your soil. At the river bank. That means you have to use chemicals to sterilize your soil. I've said we should stay away from using chemicals. So in that case, just go, instead of using the soil, just get the seed tray. Get seed tray, not your seeds inside the seed trays. That question. But if you go to the market, now if you insist on sterilizing your soil, it's chemicals. When you get there, they want to sterilize your soil. They'll give you chemicals to sterilize your soil. Any other question? Are you done? Should we go on? My name is Olaki Yolayinka. Olaki Yolayinka. Now, 2 to 4 weeks in the nursery, you can go ahead to transplant. So I think we are done with dressing our seed and then sowing in the nursery and then sowing on the field now. Yeah, in Nigeria we don't transplant. I'm not letting you know that some people transplant. Yes. And because somebody was saying someone transplant life, I'm saying you can transplant. That's what I said that. Yeah, in Nigeria we don't transplant. You don't need to transplant. Mostly when you want to transplant seed, yeah, I see the for me. So you can just go ahead and save yourself from the stress of the industry and transplant straight. So we talk about dressing our seeds, talk about sowing in the nursery, then going direct to go and sow on the field. So we are still going to go for practical to see all those things that we are talking about, we are going to practicalize it. So the next thing we are going to talk about is one out. I'm going to start asking questions that we are talking about. Irrigation tools. It's important, very important for you to, if you are not planting in rainy season, it's very important for you to make sure that your fields are well irrigated. It is very important that you should provide what I'm going to use to irrigate your soil. So I'm going to talk about irrigation tools. Irrigation tool is any device used to water our plants, ranging from simple, we have wetting cans, you can use hose, you can fix your hose to your tap, then you use it like just like you are flooding your field. You can also use your connect your hose to your irrigation pump and flood your field. Then we have complex systems like sprinkler, simpler irrigation, we have drip irrigation, we have furrow irrigation, we have pumps, we have center fibrous irrigation, then we have surface irrigation. Why do we need to irrigate our crops? Okay. What is as in why do we need what's important? As in why do we need it? At what point do we need to irrigate our when there is no water, when they are not doing or particular time, know that sometimes our weather is you are in rainy season and you are planted and you find out that the weather is so you need to irrigate your crops. You not say that I don't have any because we are in rainy season. Don't you buy that? I do that for 1 month. I have to wait to when the rain comes. So we need to do something to make sure that our crops are well irrigated. So I have said we can use watering cans, we can use we can use hose, we can flood our field. Those ones are very simple things we can do. But complex ones are the use of sprinkler irrigation, drip irrigation, furrow irrigation, pumps, center fibrous irrigation, and surface irrigation. Are we good to go? We are not good to go. We are coming. Am I good to go? Okay, so first we're talking about sprinkler irrigation. How many of you have seen sprinkler irrigation before? I've seen it before. Last time you. One time. Okay, one time. Let's see that. Kilo water. Flower. Okay. So number one, I don't talk about sprinkler irrigation. This is use of sprinklers to distribute water evenly on the field. And that is it, watering. I'm going to use a sprinkler. People are it's called sprinkler. It's going to distribute water to the whole field. Everywhere on the field, those man rotates and distributes water all over the field. Do you have any question on that? No question. So no matter what is sprinkler irrigation, you can say what it is. And what it is used for. For watering. Can we go? The second one is drip irrigation. How many of us have seen this one before? A command me. Can you see what has gotten out of that place? I don't know that the last year. That's a pipe, like a hose. So that hose will be laid all over the field. One lay pipe is never do down, calling some layer all over. But if it's plant never I have to see sprinkler here, but go refuse and sprinkler here can go refuse after that because you after that because you my day and don't get you go what is tomato thing because during dry season last year, of course, during there's not a much irrigation. If you see about if you plant to about because me mama come to show me because it's going to be connected to like a tank. Our connected or see or field to our field, and then it's going to be a hole. You see plant to about if our plant is 50 centimeters to 50 centimeters, so one plant is here, one field will see by the other plant is here. So it's going to go directly to the root of the plant. And in this type of irrigation, only the plant will be watered. Only our plant, our main plant, will be watered. And so this will not allow us to have weeds on our field. So much weed on our field. So this is drip irrigation. So don't want to show me, don't want to Tobia, particular time, don't to Tobia be 2 hours, I think we need to totally field. From the main source to the hub. Even that irrigation though, we have the main source. Like you can, that probably about to saturate all over our field. You off it. It's not as if mama just only good up on the phone. Plants you are not, you know. Everything is good to have water, but too much of everything is not good. Especially if you have some plants that don't need too much water. Some plants, even if the plant needs so much water, as a particular stage, you need to so that it should not be waterlogged. Any question? What are you now saying? Do you have any question? Okay.
So which way, as human being collect drip, God also collect drip?
Collect.
So my question is that, is it ordinary water? Because human being don't collect ordinary water.
This one is ordinary water. Ordinary water. Except you want to fertilize your crop. So you mix your fertilizer to the tank, inside the tank, you don't want out. If it's possible, as human being collect plant also collects water. And as human being collect drip, plant also collects drip. If your plant is sick, yes, if your plant is sick, you can give them drip. And so that is what we call that one fertigation. You put your maybe your fertilizer, whatever you want to apply to and put inside the water, then it will go directly to your. So you are right.
Thank you.
You are right. Is there any other question? This one, to go to the roots directly, that's in the area, right? So from there, that's the way from there to go.
Please. One house. The following people should please move out now. Toyin Dudulewa, Sani Morenikeji, please. Who tell you that? I'd rather substitute them with your name. Yeah. The second person. As the two of them gone out, yeah. So you can continue. When is this, the next one? I'll call him.
Can we only use education for stage, or can we use it when
Sorry. Irrigation in the nursery is quite different from irrigation on the field. Although the materials that we use in the nursery can be used on the field. If you want to use drip irrigation, that cannot be used in the nursery at all. But if you are using your water can can be used both on the field and in the nursery. There are different methods. By the time you go out there, you see different techniques of irrigation. And depending on your soil, people will still come. Depending on your soil, the water requirement at every stage differs. So, go ahead.
Irrigation cost something because when we want to do it, I thought in 2012, the cost is too more like sprinkler. Then it's around 5 million for 2 acres. So I want to ask, is there any simple way for the minimum stage for
There is no identity. I want to get what I like. I'm buying education for and then producing. When the tradition method, they are always expensive. Not that expensive, but not that expensive. Not so the third one is furrow irrigation. So it involves using a small channel between crop rows to carry water down slope, and it allows you to infiltrate the soil. So that's the furrow irrigation. And I'm talking about those are the furrow. So like most of where you can this one too, but depending on what you are planting. So depending on what you are planting. So you will just, of course, you are going to see how the different time. Come out pump of the silhouette, then you open it. Then the water will find its way towards the road. So then from there, crops is going to get the water. That's the third one, I think. This one is like, okay, you're not done with that one. Yes, so run down. So another one, this one, we are very close to the river. You can also use the irrigation pump. And what we like, what we also do in Kadamas, that's your irrigation pump. When you flood, go back to your top of your pump. You carry your pump back. So if you are in you can use this method. If you can use that other, that's in the use of time. Are you done? Yeah, done. So we have this center pivot irrigation. It sprinkles or spray droplets of water. This one is very expensive. Very, very. Maybe we have very large acres of land. All those small ones. So it sprinkles or spray droplets of water to plants while moving around in a circular way. It has tires, it has wheels that it uses to move around the farm. It has hundreds of overhead sprinklers and rain guns lined up on its pillars and bar. But this needs a lot of water. And it must be installed near large water reservoirs like dams or rivers. This is very, very expensive. Should I go? You don't need to write everything. Just what is like, just tell them spray, sprinkle droplets of water to plants, moving around. You don't need to write everything like this one. Just the key points there. It needs a lot of water. It should be installed near large water reservoir, dam or river. Just key points there. So we talk about how many types? Oh yeah. Mention the types of irrigation. Yes. Gone here. Types of irrigation. What other things do we use? Apart from flow irrigation, sprinkler, hose, watering can, bucket, yes, bucket and hose. That's our sprayer.
Hello. Hello. Well, you may think, watering can or water bottle, they are all very useful. Yes. Depending on the size of your farm and then depending on the situation in which you find yourself. If you have access to bigger opportunity, use it. Or if it is micro, as much as you need it, please use it. Do you know that we developed a technology, all this bottled water, we cook it very well. You perforate the end, and what you do is just to dig soil beside what you planted, and just cut the base of that water bottle, of that plastic. You just insert it by the side of what you planted. Leave it there. Tomorrow you just pour more water in it. Because you have opened a small jet, that water will not go in very fast. The bigger the hole, the higher the rate of flow of that water into the soil. But if it is just small, 2 days, water can still be inside that small container, dripping into the soil. Instead of using drip irrigation, if you don't have access to it, you don't have such money, you can even gather about 1,000. If you have 1,000 stands, just dip them and you continue to supply water into it. Excuse me, you adapt the technology that is available to you. Don't say you want to adopt the foreign technology or the one that you saw somewhere and you cannot afford it. You adapt your environment to suit the purpose for which you need it for. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so we are done with irrigation tools. We are going to fertilizers. Types of fertilizer. We have 2 types of fertilizer. Organic and inorganic. So what do we usually have? Okay. Okay. So we're going to talk about fertilizers now. For the sake of those that does not know it all, some people are just don't even know anything. So happy. Yeah. So we have 2 types of fertilizer. We have inorganic fertilizer and we have organic fertilizer. So inorganic fertilizer, they are defined as synthetic or mineral-based substance applied to soil to enhance crop production. They are defined as synthetic or mineral-based substance. But you have to be careful because if you overuse it, it's going to harm our health, it's going to harm our environment, and that is why we see so many things happening in the environment. So we have to be careful the way you use fertilizer. You should not overuse. If you don't need to use it, don't use it. And so it is important if you want to use any fertilizer to first do a soil test. But how many of us do? Yes. Before you apply a fertilizer, we recommend that the first thing you should do is, when you get your land, do a soil test to know the nutrients that is lacking in that soil, to know what and what you used to use, to know if you are supposed to use more of NPK, more of urea, to know which But because it is expensive, most people who want to go through that process, they just decide to plant and apply all kinds of chemicals to our crops. So we have said we have two types of fertilizer. We have the inorganic and the organic. So we have said inorganic are the chemical fertilizer. So can I go on?
Yes. Yes.
Do you want to ask any question? Eh? Okay. So examples of inorganic fertilizer are urea, we have super phosphate, we have muriate of potash, we have NPK fertilizer, we have 15-15-15. That NPK is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. The NPK in that, the N in that NPK is what? Nitrogen. And it is used to promote leaf growth for your leaf. So mostly you want to use fertilizer for N. Maybe our F4 like we actually want to use urea, guys. Urea is nitrogen based. So we want to plant our F4 to get more in the so example. We want to calamine e.g.
Please 1 minute. Please, if you are on waiting list and you did not wait to collect your form yesterday, fill it. Please, can I see your hands up? Please, can you rise? Can you rise up? Please, move out there. If you are yet to collect your form, you did not wait to collect your form to fill yesterday. Please. Please.
Okay, so okay, àwọn ẹ̀fọ́ wo la máa ń jẹ kalẹ̀ tí a máa ń jẹ tí ò ní láì tí a lọ sí ilẹ̀ ẹ̀fọ́ ló máa ń gbọ́dọ̀ máa ń sí ìkọ́ tí a kí ń lo èso ẹ̀ pé ewé ẹ̀ nìkan la kò máa ń jẹ. Àwọn èèyàn nìkan apply lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ àwọn ẹ̀ṣọ́ tó yẹ pé a fẹ́ lo amúnitùtù yẹ ká fẹ́ lo èso ẹ̀ a fẹ́ lo fruit ẹ̀ náà ti sí èso ní fruit kí wá ní seed irúgbìn yes irúgbìn ní èso ẹ̀ so a fẹ́ lo èso ẹ̀ a lè lo NPK fún àwọn ènìyàn ọjọ́ yẹ pé ewé ẹ̀ nìkan la lè rí àdìkan. So because the N is for nitrogen and it's for deep growth, then the phosphorus supports what? No. What? The root, the flower, and the stem. So in that case, if I apply our you can apply them towards. You can do basal treatment for that. Yes. Then you can also apply them during our flowering stage. So as we said, we have NPK 15-15, we have 43, 10, 5, and when we have that 15-15, it means the NPK there is 15%, the phosphorus there is 15, and the potassium there is 15. If you are going for NPK, there is 20-10-10. That means the nitrogen there is 20, 10. So why do we have this relation? Why is it that way? As you buy, you will look at the way. Can it? Look at now for 20-10-10. So that way, I want nutrients to all see do it then. So you don't put that. You have to do any of that. You put it. You have to get the same rate. I don't need baby.
Hello. Abigail Olaosebikon. Samson Olagidi.
Ẹni tí a bá fẹ́ lo NPK pé a lè lo sí ara èso tí a ò ní náà fẹ́ jẹ as in sheet tí a ètò ìbéèrè mi wá ní pé gbogbo àwọn sheet yẹn náà la máa lò èso.
Abẹ́jẹ, àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ náà wọ́n máa ń jẹ ìwé ìwọ ìṣòro ní ìyàrá ìṣòro abẹ́jẹ àdìgbò ẹ̀. Bí abẹ́ bí tẹ̀tẹ̀, torí pé tẹ̀tẹ̀ síìtì ló máa yọ kòtò èso, kò yọ fruit, a lè bí o kò ṣe síìtì lásán ọ̀pá èso àti ewé. So bí ilé àyà lè lò fún tẹ̀tẹ̀, a lè lò fún ewé tún. Bọ̀ bí a bí ilá, bí tòmátò, a lè lo NPK. Ìgbà míì àwọn méjì máa ń mix ẹ̀ lè lo NPK àti ṣúgà papọ̀ fún àwọn tó bá ní èso.
Ìbéèrè mi kejì wá ní pé
Yorùbá
ó ti yé mi bẹ́ẹ̀ urea yẹn wọ́n máa ń lò dábàá pé pure white ni wọ́n máa ń lò àwọn èso bí ọsàn lemon bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Tí mo bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní pé wáyé dára lo NPK fún àwọn ṣiṣẹ́ láwọn ẹgbẹ́ máa dé.
ẹ̀yọ́ máa lẹ́yìn fún ọ̀sán báyìí ó sọ́dọ̀ sọ. Ẹ̀yọ́ máa lẹ́yìn fún ṣẹ́ni ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ní báyìí. Nínú ilẹ̀, gbogbo plant ló ní ìdí nitrogen, wọ́n ní ìdí phosphorus, wọ́n ní ìdí calcium, wọ́n ní ìdí potassium, wọ́n ní ìdí calcium, wọ́n ní ìdí. So listen, tẹ́lá plant bá ọkọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní dàgbà, wọ́n máa ní ìdí nitrogen fún àwọn ewé wọn. Lájọ pé tí wọ́n kó dàbí obìnrin, wọ́n máa ní ìdí àtúntò tó bá tó fẹ́ bí ó fẹ́ lóyún ó fẹ́ bí wọ́n ní ìdí àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ó máa fi wà ó fi máa mature. So ó lè lo ìgbà yẹn ó lè lo NPK. Mo bá tún àti fẹ́ bí wọn, tó bá fẹ́ tó máa fọ́n bí ẹgbẹ́ olóyún tí wọ́n fà láwọn bí àwọn èso kan ní àwọn oògùn kan lọ́sibítù láti lè help ọgbọ́n tó wà nínú ẹ̀. So ẹ lè lo urea ní ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ fún ewé. Ó máa sọ̀rọ̀ bá ti dé fruiting flowering stage ẹ lo NPK.
Ìṣèwà bíi mi àwọn kọ́ ni pé urea yìí ṣé ìtọ̀ ni àti lọ́dún tó pé àmì lẹ́nà lèmi ó dẹ̀ gbọ́ pé pure white ni ó dẹ̀ pé ìtọ̀ pure white. Second question yìí ni pé ẹ̀fọ́ tẹ̀tẹ̀ yìí ṣíìdì ẹ̀ tó máa ń gbé ni èyí tó máa ń lalẹ̀ wò ni
Olúwafẹ́mi Adésínà. Need you outside. Olúwafẹ́mi Adésínà. He's not around. Olúwafẹ́mi Adésínà.
ṣé ìbàdí tí mo fi bèrè mà tẹ̀tẹ̀ ni mo wọ̀ tó máa ń tàjù ọ ṣídìí ṣọkọ yẹn àmì ṣídìí tẹ̀tẹ̀ yẹn.
Hello, honors. Eyitayo Shola. Eyitayo Shola.
Majorly, ṣọkọ yẹn ṣọkọ yẹn kò máa ń tàjù ọ ṣídìí tẹ̀tẹ̀ bí kárí òye kó máa tà lóde fi bèrè bẹ́ẹ̀.
ẹni dẹ̀ wọ́n ní àyíjọ́lá ìkíní kan ẹ̀rọ jùlọ níbí báyìí a ní síìtì ṣọkọ a ní síìtì tẹ̀tẹ̀ oye kéde wá fẹ́ rà a ní ibí báyìí. ṣé wàá wù láyọ̀ wù yẹn tó tó jẹ́ láyọ̀ wù lọ́ba ilé kùn ọ̀gbìn síbì kan tó ẹ̀lẹ́ o pé wọ́n ọ̀gbìn síbì kan tó bá wù bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n láti kẹ́ pé ẹ̀wọ̀n pé síìtì wọn kó máa ń ẹ̀yẹ́ lè tó bá èèyàn gan lè tó bá ẹ̀yẹ́ lè tó bá ẹ̀yẹ́ lè máa ó dẹ̀ lè spread báyọ̀ kí ẹ máa bọ̀ sọ́dọ̀ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ àwọn kan náà wọ́n lè máa gbé
ṣídìí èso irúgbìn ṣídìí irúgbìn.
Sí question àkọ́kọ́ tí wọ́n béèrè pé ṣé urea ṣé ìtọ̀ ni? Yes, one way or the other for the urea. She is right. In the sense that our urea contains some amount of urea, and that's what they have the same human urea. See, a logo is synthetically manufactured. And
how does it look like? Yeah, some people do that.
No, it doesn't work that way. That's how we mean that. No, I'm just saying that it contains the same content, but to the make and that's why some people use it on the farm organically, and they are using urea directly. Human urine contains no content of urea. Human urine contains He asked a question, man. You are getting me wrong. He asked a question. He's saying, it's not like he's saying that. The question I got you right. He said, is urea, is it the same thing with isotantal? And if you look at the chemical components, they almost it's the same thing. But in human form, yeah, something can normal that also logo.
No.
Yeah, they are not the same thing. No, forget that content. Wait.
Sorry, sir.
Like you ask, urea and urine, are they the same thing? No.
But basically, what he's saying is right. Advisably, do it for even ethically it is wrong in agriculture to go and put it on our plant. Even ito all contain other things. Yàtọ̀ sí urea. I think biology students, am I making sense? And there's some other things, the alkaloid, and me, ethically it is wrong for us to take to the farm. Ó ṣe jẹ́ pé a lè fi ìgbẹ́ tiwa náà gbé nǹkan. The same way a lè lo ìgbẹ́ àwọn herbivores láti even ní àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n kò wà lẹ́sùn kan indirectly. What kind of pure to some extent before you can use it? So I think that is what.
My question is different. You mentioned.
Hello, one house, please.
You mentioned about over usage of the fertilizer. You know that fertilizer is to boost the nutrients of the soil. But you now say that when it's overused, it will even kill the nutrient of the soil. Overuse of the fertilizer can kill the nutrient of the soil.
I didn't say that.
But can it be so? Because if you overuse it, can it affect the nutrients? And what can we do?
Sir, overuse of these synthetic fertilizers can change the chemical composition of the soil. You know, all these things, they are like salts. And when you apply it in the soil, there will be some chemical reactions. It can will change the pH of the soil. There is optimal pH at which plant thrives. Once it changes, it starts affecting the overall health of both the soil and the plant. I think that's just it.
Victor Okoroafo. Victor Okoroafo.
Sorry, just to give conclusion to what you said. If you apply a much, either urea or NPK in excess to a plant, it will affect the plant. One, it will burn that plant because excess intake of that urea or NPK will cause havoc to the plant. One, either it burns the stem or the root of that particular plant. So, which is automatically equivalent that the plant will die. Most are tender plants, like the plant just drifted from the nursery to the field. After the plant will die, it doesn't have remedy. And one damage it has to human health is that excessive intake of urea or NPK has side effects on our health, especially liver, kidney, and our sensitive organs. So excessive intake of those things are not good. Either the foliar form or the granular form, they are available to our health. And to my brother's question, there's what called uric acid in the synthetic fertilizer and also in our urine. There's what called urinary acid, which in our own urea, it has a low the proportion at which the work is, the one in human urea is low. The one in the synthetic fertilizer is the proportion there for the plant. But at that proportion, if you add excess, just like any common paracetamol, fully paracetamol merely, go to the skin. So if you have give that child one paracetamol, they want to break it to four. So go to anything.
Victor Bamibola. Victor Bamibola.
Good morning, everybody. I would like to interrupt into the class. Urine, urea, are they the same chemical components? There is another aspect of skill that we are not introducing to this course. Internet of a thing, IoT. We have our phone with us. Sorry to say, my little daughter in primary 2, if you see the way she communicates with Google, say, what is the meaning of, Google is not human being. When they give her something that is different, say, you are stupid. I said, I'm learning from her. You have your phone with you.
Oyindamola Makinde. Are you around? Oyindamola Makinde, not around. Dolapo Shola. Dolapo Shola.
Are you with me?
Yes.
You have your phone with you, your GSM, more than phone. Check AI, Google. You don't need knowledge is much more simplified these days than during our days. That until you enter into a library, check books before you get this thing. So we are giving the facilitator a bit of stress to me. So urea, but we are time conscious. Urea and urine. Google it. Check AI on your phone. Urine you are talking now. How would you say urine is the same thing with urea? They are not the same thing at all. At least I did agricultural chemistry. Go and plant any seed at a urinal where people urinate. If it germinates, it will die. Although the same thing with your urea. But urea is synthetic. The mineral component has identity. And even your urine is a 95% water with some other mixtures. So what's the nitrogen composition of your urine? When we talk of urea, we are only interested in the nitrogen content and nothing more. So what's the nitrogen content of your urine? You don't know. Are you sure? And your urea, what's the nitrogen? Are they the same?
No.
Please, let's be focused. Don't let us introduce what is not. If urine and urea are the same thing, our forefathers would have been using urine to plant. That's what I'm saying. That's not part of this class. Please.
Okay. Shall we go on? Are we all clear?
Yeah.
So we've talked about inorganic. So we are talking about organic fertilizer now. So organic are naturally derived materials from plants and animals. They are not chemicals. Get them from plants or animals. Or you can get the two of them together, mix them together. So examples, we have poultry manure. And where do we get our poultry manures from? From where? From what? From poultry. Then we have cow dung. Where do we get our cow dung from? From the what? Kara. From the Kara. Then we have rabbit droppings also. Where do we get that from? Then we have compost. We have green manure. How many of us know how green manure is used? Green manure. Who wants to help us? How do you guys want to?
Anyone know?
Okay. A tree. When it decompose. Okay. Okay. The one is from the tree. The one is from the plant. What kind of plant?
Now, when you clear particular place now, and you need to stop it,
sorry, ma. Sorry. Esther David. Esther David.
All right.
Yeah, from my own little experience, green manure is obtained to plant
hello, one now, please. Okay.
also good morning now.
Good morning now. This is how we get green manure from my own little experience. We plant leguminous crops, so as they are flying stage, we incorporate them into the soil.
Thank you very much. So that is how we get our green manure. Oh, your own is a form of very much. Green manure is you grow this particular plant. Example is how many of us know Mukuna?
Very quick.
You plant it, then at the first last stage, you plow it back into the soil. That is how we get it. That is green manure. Then compost. How do you get our compost? Yeah, that method we talk about is also kind of manure, but it's not green manure. It's green. That means that green is a plant that is alive, growing, flying back. So your compost can consist of what? Then you can make it yourself, and you can also buy.
Olúwa ṣeun Adéolú. Olúwa ṣeun. Olúwa ṣeun Adéolú. Not alright. Anna Alao. Anna Alao.
For my own health, I will employ them to use organic. For my own health and for the environment, I will say use organic for our own health. It's not very expensive now. Organic is what is fast. But organic fast at least. One thing is that depends on the kind of crops you want to buy. If you want to go for organic, that means you have to apply organic earlier. Like you want to go for organic fertilizer now, you apply your manure before planting. And then make sure that your manure, they are pure. Not just that the fire so make sure they are pure, then you incorporate it into your soil. You can use a spreader or you can use manually to spread it. Then you incorporate it into your soil before planting. Because it takes time for the soil to get the nutrient after that. But if it's organic, within 3 days, sorry, my plant. Organic, they might take 2 weeks to plant. So that is why you apply it earlier. Yeah, because at this stage, as soon as you plant, you go nutrients, apply it earlier. But when I inorganic, that's within 3 days, that's plant. But for our health, I would say we should go organic.
Yeah, I just want to portray what you said as regards that. Instead of going to the stress of packing, poaching manure, cow dung, their company manufacture organic inputs. We have organic fertilizers that company manufacture. Therefore, the insecticides, we have neem oil and the light and some other fertilizer. Their company manufacture fertilizers. They work effectively. Like these are natural. Instead of going to the stress of packing manure from one place to the other.
One house, please. Akeju.
Yeah, now you buy it. I say company manufacture.
Is Akeju around? Akeju. Your attention is needed outside. Favor Olajide. Favor Olajide. Outside. Awebami. Omawumi. mi àwọn gbà mí. Outside. Mololuwa Oduwole. Mololuwa Oduwole. Alright. Ruth Ogu. Ruth Ogu. Okay. Modúpẹ́ Òní. Modúpẹ́ Òní. Táíwò Adaramola. Táíwò Adaramola. Is Táíwò alright? Not alright.
Hello, ma'am. You said we can apply this organic manure before planting, but I perceive that it will, as the manure is working for the plant, it's also working for the weed. What will we do? You didn't get my question. What I'm saying is that we can apply it for total
So that's simple as well. That is 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Àbí àti roko náà àti fún àwọn oko wa lọ sí ọ̀rọ̀ lórí oko wa mọ́ àdẹ̀yọ̀ tó ti 2 weeks ó mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ sí máa ṣiṣẹ́ lórí oko wa. Because it's slowly, you say now like this business slowly. Any other question? So I said organic fertilizer, they are eco-friendly and improve soil health. They release nutrients slowly compared to inorganic fertilizer. So that's an advantage of it. They release nutrients slowly, unlike inorganic that releases its own nutrients fast. Any question?
Any question on medical talk?
What are the advantages and disadvantages of
I've said so already.
Yes, you mentioned about the ratio of this NPK. In the ratio, is it going to be weight by weight balance, or how do we measure it in the application?
Please don't answer the question yet.
Hello, ma'am. Now, let us think that we apply fertilizer on our soil. And we still, after we planting the seed, there's some seed that when planted, we need to use chemical in order to control the weed. Can we still use the chemical like all this? No. All this side that we to control weed. Can we still use it?
After you have
please, before we answer that question, let us observe our break just for 30 minutes to refresh our brain. Then we come back.